This episode is brought to you by Principles. Are there limits to the U.S. government's debt growth? What will happen if the debts are not curtailed? What should policymakers or investors do? Those are urgent questions that legendary investor and New York Times bestselling author Ray Dalio addresses in his new book, How Countries Go Broke: The Big Cycle. The book comes out in June and is available for pre-order today, wherever books are sold.
This is The Other Side of Midnight with Frank Morano.
They're running a strange program, y'all.
Now, here's Frank Morano.
Good morrow, everybody. This is The Other Side of Midnight. I'm Frank Morano, sitting in a room which until 4 minutes ago was 65 degrees. What is going on with the thermostat people in this place? It's the middle of winter. Who's setting the thermostat to 65 degrees? I don't understand it. When it's cold out, they make it cold. When it's hot out, they make it hot. The heat is on when the cool should be on. The cool is on. The heat should be on. I do not get it. I don't get it one bit, but I don't have to get it. Well, back by popular demand is one of my favorite comedians and one of my favorite contributors to this radio program, a man who has delayed his trip to Florida in order to be here this hour, the one and only stand-up comic, Fred Rubino. Hello, Fred.
Thank you for having me. Yes, it was freezing in this room. I'm hoping that you fix that. It's like the building is going through menopause.
No, only this room.
This room is going through menopause.
You walk down the hallway, it's fine. It's going from the hallway into the studio 15 minutes ago. It's like East and West Berlin. You cross that border and there's a whole cultural shift.
Maybe there's some kind of demonic presence.
It could be.
It's always cold.
Things colder. By the way, you are fleeing the land of the cold to go to the land of old people, Florida.
The old and the young.
The young are there also now.
Oh, yeah. Well, young is 60.
Okay, well.
That's the kids.
Is that a public performance that people can go to, or is it private? Oh, private.
It's a HOA, and it's already sold out, so everybody stay where they are.
All right, everybody stay where they are. Nobody needs to get tickets to anything. Are you performing anywhere else that people should take advantage of?
They should go to fredrubino.com and see where I'm playing. And one day I might even update my page.
Wonderful. fredrubino.com, RUBINO. I have to ask you about this. This was the buzz all over my block yesterday. I debated whether I should even bring it up, but I have you here. So decorum is an afterthought. Megyn Kelly has addressed this. Other people have addressed this. There is a rumor out there, I'm sure you've heard this, that Barack and Michelle Obama are in the midst of separating, or they may already be separated. And on top of that, the rumor is that Jennifer Aniston and Barack Obama are dating. So that's the rumor mill. That's what everybody's talking about.
Who made up this rumor?
So you're not buying it.
No.
So my neighbor first brought this to my attention. She's very juiced into the Hollywood gossip scene. And
I didn't even know Jennifer Aniston was a guy.
Stop. So she tells me that there's got to be some truth to it because Jennifer Aniston turned off the comments on her Instagram, and she wouldn't have done that if there was no truth to it.
It's a cover-up. She's trying to cover up what she's doing. I don't think you could date Barack Obama in secret. It can't happen.
All right. Okay.
I mean, he's all over the place. Now Michelle has been absent from a lot of public things.
Well, there's something up with that, isn't there?
I think she's just in Hawaii. Just stay in Hawaii. Maybe it looked like she had some health issues. She looked terrible.
Really? At the convention, she looked good.
They showed her at the table. I think it was her birthday or something, and she looked terrible.
So you think it's a health thing?
I think it's a health thing. I think she might have some health issues, and she's just gonna
see if she just skipped Trump's funeral. I mean, God forbid.
Trump died.
God forbid. No,
you've heard it here first. Oh, breaking news!
If she just skipped Trump's inauguration, I would have said, okay, it's no big deal. She just doesn't like Trump,
right?
But for her to also skip Jimmy Carter's funeral, that was a little suspicious. To skip both.
That's why I think it's a health thing. Or now you're saying that she didn't want to be with her husband. You could fake a funeral. You know, even my wife comes to funerals with me, and she hates me. But, you know, it's a funeral.
All right, so you're on record as saying you don't believe this Jennifer Aniston stuff.
No, I don't think Barack is going out with Jennifer Aniston in secret. There's no way that could happen.
All right, okay. Well, so be it. Let me ask you then about a story that anything else that's you have a burning desire in the news to comment on. I know we had the inauguration. I know we got all these cabinet secretaries being nominated. We have the JFK files being released. We've got a lot going on. Anything that's particularly important to you?
I think the JFK files release was the most anticlimactic thing. We're going to release it. We're going to find out. And nothing came out.
Right. Well, not yet. Not yet.
Well, you would think the first day RFK Jr. would be going through and go, aha! This is it! What is he taking the day off? It took 60 years to release. And they answered, did you look at it? Not yet. It's like me in high school. It's Sunday night. Did you do the report? Not yet. We'll get to it. Get on it. They killed your father and your uncle. They released it. At least.
They didn't release it yet. He's just telling the agencies to look into it now.
He should be on top of it. There should be one bit of evidence that came out. Something.
You know, I agree. There should be something.
I want to know what he had for lunch or something came out. You
Give us a prop. Right. You know, something.
Throw us a bone here.
Exactly.
We went to see that stupid movie, JFK.
I liked it. You didn't like it?
Yeah, but, you know, it sparked your interest.
Right,
Now
exactly.
that this happened, nothing.
Yeah.
The magic bullet. Is there anything about that?
We don't know. There's nothing released yet. That's fair.
I'm starting to think it was all nothing. He might even be alive.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
How does PwC take your company to the leading edge? They bring the sharpest minds in tech to your team, so you can bring the ideas that will transform your business. They're passionate about your industry, so you can walk into any room with every advantage. And they're with you every step of the way, so you can know you're headed in the right direction. PwC builds for what's next, so you can get there now. Get started at pwc.com/us/leading edge.
This episode is brought to you by Loom by Atlassian. Are you feeling stuck at work? Get your team unstuck with Loom video messaging and move work forward. Use Loom to simultaneously record both your screen and yourself to share a quick update, provide feedback, train a colleague, and everything in between. Plus, add Loom AI to your meetings for instant written notes and recordings. Try Loom today at Loom.com. That's LOOM.com.
Tell Me What Happened is a podcast series that shares dramatic stories of people helping people, and every one of them is true. These uplifting stories will fill you with hope. Listen today to Tell Me What Happened.
All right, let me ask you about this. The Cincinnati Zoo has a video of a 4-month-old bonobo, and it's a baby bonobo that has gone viral online because everybody thinks she's cute. It's a 4-month-old baby bonobo named Daisy. She lives at the Cincinnati Zoo, and she now has fans all over the world. Are you charmed by Daisy?
No, I think Daisy's ugly. Everybody's going and saying, oh, what a beautiful, she looks like a baby. If that was your baby, it would be the ugliest baby in the world.
Well, because
it's double standards here.
Well, she's not human. She's a monkey.
Is it ugly? Monkeys are ugly. When I tell my cousin he looks like a monkey, I'm not saying he looks beautiful. He's ugly. So see, there's a stigma to it. People are afraid to say an animal is ugly. I don't. Some people like they show you a picture of their dog, and they say, "Oh, let's see my dog." I say, "That's an ugly dog. Your dog is ugly," and I think that's a compliment to people. If you have an ugly dog, you're going out of your way to feed and house an ugly dog.
That's a good way of looking at it.
It's a compliment. Not if you have an ugly kid, though.
You don't.
That's not a compliment.
But you don't find Daisy cute at all.
Ugly. It's an ugly thing.
But not ugly for a monkey.
According to monkey standards, I'm not up on monkey standards.
Right, exactly.
But I think people find monkeys ugly. That's why we call people, you look like a monkey. My cousin looks like a monkey. That means he's ugly. The Planet of the Apes, when he kissed the monkey, it was ugly. It was shocking because you shouldn't be kissing a monkey.
All right. Let me ask you about these Trump pardons. One of the more controversial Trump pardons was for former Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio. And President Trump pardoned him, and he immediately, Tarrio said, those responsible for prosecuting him and other rioters, quote, need to feel the heat. Here's somebody that is not behaving magnanimously after getting a pardon.
I think he even pledged revenge.
That is for sure. He did indeed.
Publicly. See, these people could get a lot of information. They could take the lead from Italians. Italians don't do. We don't announce it. We wait. If you're going to get revenge, you don't know, I'm going to get him in public. We wait. Remember Vito Corleone or Corleone? What was his name? He waited 30 years to get the guy who killed his father. Italians wait. We wait. The Proud Boys need to recruit Italians. If they're going to be an organization that gets even with people or revenge, bring in the Italians. I think there should be a DEI hire for Italians.
There you go. But you're saying 2 days out of prison, not the time to be vowing revenge.
Not the time to say I'm going to get them. And then, one of them shows up dead. One of them turns up dead, as my uncle used to say. The guy woke up dead. What? Somebody wakes up dead. They're going to come to you.
I think you're right. All right, let me ask you about the vice president. We saw Vice President Vance set foot inside the Oval Office for the first time on Tuesday, according to footage captured by the House Speaker Mike Johnson, who called it, quote, a stunning testament to the American dream. An excited Speaker Johnson recorded Vance's entrance into the Oval Office, and Vance can be heard saying, wow, this is pretty crazy. Wow, I've never been inside this room. This is incredible. Nice. What about this?
Well, J.D. Vance is a hillbilly. Indoor plumbing impresses him, So I think we have to be ready for a hillbilly in the White House, right? Because this is just a big room. You've gone on the tour. You saw it. So I would watch this guy. He's like he's like Jethro. You give him an office there. There's going to be chickens in the room. There's going to be moonshine. I would watch him. I don't think he's ready for the White House. Is there a side house that we could keep him in?
You got me. All right. Celia Duff is 70 years old, and she has broken the Guinness World Record in women's high rocks for her age group. And she started doing these intense fitness competition 3 years ago. She works out 5 to 6 days a week, and she does a combination of strength training and cardio. What's the story with Celia Duff? This is a pretty impressive lady.
I hate people like this.
Yeah, I do too.
I hate people.
I do. Yeah, it is annoying.
It's like they got into shape to put it in other people's
Right.
faces.
That's exactly right.
You know, I don't wish bad on a lot of people, but she shouldn't be even telling people. Like, she wants to inspire people now. Who are you going to inspire? There's 70-year-olds in wheelchairs with oxygen. Get up and exercise? You know, I hate people like this, you know? And if you see her and you think, oh, I'm going to exercise now because she is, go to your doctor first. If you spent 70 years being out of shape, that's who you are now. You're not going to get into shape at 69 years old.
What about the aspect of, you know, that it's a good thing to exercise, that it gives you something to do mentally, physically?
Yeah, you can exercise, but this woman, I think she was been exercise. First of all, it's genetics too. You know, I see people when I grew up, people who were 70 were in hospital beds,
right?
You know, but now, you know, people are living better. Listen, my doctor, I told him, look, I'm going hiking. He's like, what are you, crazy? Hiking? You were out of breath walking from the waiting room to my office. So people should contact their doctor. Don't take your key from this woman. She's like a snake oil salesman.
Yeah, let me. I'm going to see what she looks like. This lady. Have you seen what she looks like?
She looks like she's 70. And
all right.
That's been excellent. Listen, Joan Collins is 91.
Wow.
And she looks great. They showed a picture of her legs. Very nice legs. 91.
Yeah.
She's not out there saying, hey, everybody, you know, take balance of nature and you can look at, you know, it's nonsense.
She should have exercised quietly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself. Go on your bike and have a cheeseburger once in a while.
All right,
Nobody
we're
likes
going to talk with Noam Laden in a minute, but first.
Don't threaten me.
An Ohio man traveled 13 hours to New Orleans with a snowplow to help clear the roads. Now, this is nice. I actually had this guy on my list of people to commend on Monday. Well, what could be the problem with this fella?
There's no problem. It's the problem is Ohio. There's nothing to do in Ohio. The most popular thing to do in Ohio is to leave Ohio. That's my thing, because I've been to Ohio. There's just nothing to do. 9 o'clock, there's nothing to do. And I could tell you right now, this guy's not married. Because I get up to go to the bathroom. My wife says, where are you going? Where am I going? I'm going to the bathroom. What he did sounds like something I would say to my wife to be sarcastic.
Right.
Like, where are you going? I'm going to Louisiana to shovel snow. Where do you think I'm going? So I think there's just nothing to do in Ohio. And if that's the best thing you could do, how Louisiana got hit with some snow.
Right.
How many inches?
I don't know, 6, I think.
Is Louisiana ever ready for anything? Mardi Gras, they weren't ready. Hurricanes, they're not ready. 6 inches of snow. What are they ready for? Can someone tell me?
Ready for some great Cajun food by the looks of it. All right, Fred Rubino is going to stick around. Noam Laden is going to join us. Hopefully you can as well if you'd like. 646-720-0635. That's 646-720-0635. We'll continue straight ahead.